What's up guys, welcome back. I'm sitting here with my new fit scale REDCAT Racing Rampage Rally XR. This is the one I paid only $510 for because I did use an eBay coupon code. Normally they sell for about $620. So yeah, I saved a good amount of money. Hopefully the expectations here match, I guess, the first impression I got of this box. Look at what I had to do to get this RC on this table. I mean, I don't think I've ever stretched before when I had to lift an RC like this. I mean, the box is just so enormous. It is larger than the ROVAN 305 gas buggy that I have. Look at the box the REDCAT Rampage is in. It's at the bottom right here. I mean, it is just enormous, even compared to this giant fit scale ROVAN buggy. There's the box it originally came in, so you guys have a good comparison right over here. In this video, what I'm going to do is unbox it, give a quick overview of the chassis, the body, the included accessories. This is not going to be a full in-depth demonstration. I will be making a lot more videos on this as I, go along and learn about this myself. So right now, let's unbox this bad boy, see what it's all about. Oh, we got a box within a box. This is the exciting part. Let's see what we get here. Oh, more cardboard. I'm so excited. I hope this thing is protected really good. I mean, REDCAT really boxed this thing, the top tier boxing right here. Alright, looks like just the box cover. Oh, there we go. Look at that, it looks beautiful. I mean, this thing is as wide as the box. Look, we even got some cones right over here. I mean, cones. This is nice, I could do some road work right now. Let's see what comes inside. We already know the cones are here. There's 4 cones right here. Pretty cool. We got some manuals. It looks like a separate fail-safe switch. I mean, hopefully I don't have to install this. I don't really feel like programming it. We'll see. Looks like these are side mirrors to the body. So the body does have some really nice accessories. These look like additional air filter foams right over here. There's 2 of them. Pretty nice. Some manuals, some parts diagrams. Pretty cool. Check this out. This looks like the radio. It's a basic 2-channel, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Nothing to be really excited about here. Yep. As expected. I actually like this radio, the REDCAT 2CE. So yeah, this is a 2.4 gigahertz model. Pretty cool. I mean, I don't mind it. The only problem here is you don't have a 3rd channel to install a remote kill switch. Right over here, we have some extra accessories. They're really well packed. Let's open this up. Yep, that's right, guys. I'm also using this X-Acto knife. You are experts. You're not going to be using anything lower the quality than this. This looks like a whole bunch of tools and a charger. So here we have our charger for the included 2,500 milliamp hour onboard battery. Pretty nice. This actually has a higher receiver rated battery pack than my ROVAN does. Not bad. Got some tools over here. Got a whole set of different hex Allen wrenches, spark plug tools, and this is the receiver battery. So yeah, it looks like the battery is not installed in the car right now. But this is a pretty large receiver battery pack, so 2,500 milliamp hours. The ROVAN only comes with a 2,000 milliamp hour receiver battery pack, so this is a nice higher capacity model. Okay, time to get this bad boy out of here. Let's see how it's packaged. Looks like it's on top of this other cardboard. Pretty tough to lift this. Oh man, look at that body. This thing is nice. Clean, spotless. These wheels are actually bigger than I expected. And the rubber compound is actually kind of soft. I'm surprised. This feels pretty good. Look at the detail on this body. These are fake exhaust tips. This is the actual real exhaust. So this car has a really cool rear exhaust. I mean, the cutout is pretty normal. There's no jagged edges here. I really like the back of this body. This is just so cool. It looks like it's captured here in the rear air diffuser, so that's pretty nice. You're not going to have a lot of wobbling of the body. Looks like it's attached really securely here to this bottom piece of the cardboard. So I'm going to have to probably cut some zip ties. Yeah, there's zip ties here on the bottom, right over here. Guys, this thing is beautiful. Look how nice this is. The body is extremely shiny. Everything seems to be really well packaged. I don't see any damage anywhere on it. I like the way the stickers are already applied. There's not that many of them, which I like. I personally don't like bodies with stickers all over the place. To me, it just looks terrible. I mean, the back here, wow, this thing is really nice. Look at how well actually dampened this thing is. I mean, when I first put it on this table, I was surprised to see how well dampened this thing is. If you know the shocks on the HPI Baja style RCs, they're really tough. I actually thought mine were faulty. They were so tight from the factory, but they're fine. This thing is, you know, what you would expect from like a rally car. It's smooth, it's soft. These things are meant to jump. I mean, look at that. Nice, wow. Wow. The wing is really sturdy here in the back. I don't see any flex at all coming from it. It looks like it's attached with some actual hardware and not just simply glued on. So let's take the body off, see what it has to offer on the inside. Pretty substantial, large body clips. There are 4 on the body, you know, as you would expect, and 4 on the side. So you have 8 total. This is the chassis. Looks really good, honestly. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of plastic, but you know what? That's pretty normal for one of these style of RCs. The muffler in the back, at first I wasn't quite sure what I think of it, but now that I see it, man, this thing is massive, really nice. So these are the fake exhausts, as I said. You only have a single outlet right over here, but you do have a nice tuned pipe over here. This is pretty nice. I already see a couple weird decisions that REDCAT made. Notice these fuel lines, they are black. I have never seen a Fitscale RC with black fuel lines. This is something that's gonna need to be replaced because you can't tell whether fuel is gonna be traveling through them or not. Now, of course, you do have the primer bulb that is here. And another thing is, this is not a Walbro carburetor, and this is not an NGK spark plug. So even the clone Rovans have already converted to standard type, you know, NGK spark plugs, which are very good, and standard Walbro carbs on pretty much all of their lineup, even cheaper models than this. But for some reason, REDCAT is still using these. You can get an upgrade Walbro carb from them, but I did look at the price, and guys, the prices for this model for hop-up parts and just regular standard parts are a little bit too high. Very surprising. The ROVAN parts are actually cheaper than this. You do have a very large Fitscale steering servo right over here. It's rated at 20 kilograms, which is not that high. You know, honestly, my ROVAN buggy comes with one that is 40 kilograms, so this is twice as weak as your ROVAN clone. But it is a Fitscale. This car is lighter, and I don't think you'll have any problem steering this. You do have also a metal servo horn right over here, which is a nice touch. I noticed another weird thing. Look at this. This is a Fuelie 30cc, which is fine, right? It says gasoline plus 25% stroke all. It says OLL, guys, not OIL, all. Designed in Japan. Not sure whether it's good or bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure they do know how to spell in Japan. I mean, I've never seen a Toyota logo be misspelled, so that's kind of weird. OLL. Let's take a look at this air filter design. It's not at all like the ones used on the Baja style buggies. It looks like it has a lid right over here. And they're pretty good. All right, the lid comes off. Oh, it looks like it's already pre-oiled. That's a benefit. Let's see, you have one element right over here. I could see some oil on it. Yep, finger's oily. There's another element. So there's a 2 element, and then there's like a mesh little backing plate right over here. Pretty nice. Take a look at the way this exhaust header is connected. Not only are the actual bolts that are connecting it completely rusty, I've never seen anything like this, but this exhaust gasket, it is weird. It looks like some kind of weird perforated metallic liner. I could actually kind of move it here with my screwdriver. So weird. Hopefully there's no exhaust leaks, and ironically enough, you know, they did use typical gaskets all around the carburetor area, so I don't know what made them choose one like this. Let's take a look at the gearing. So the gearing is all metal. That is nice. I thought it was actually going to be some plastic parts, but it does look to be metal. I removed this gear cover. It has these really tiny, small hex screws, so if these things ever strip, it's going to be a disaster. I'm probably going to leave this gear cover off for now. As I was trying to remove the gears to count the teeth, these are actually 29 and 31, so I can flip them. This will give me a slight speed advantage. So as I remove this, you could tell it's mounted on these weird looking hex type devices right here, so hopefully nothing here goes awry. And there are set screws on top of this shaft. There's 2 of them right over here. Now as I was trying to remove this nut right over here, I noticed that there is no set screw inside. So since there's no set screw, it is basically spinning through as I try to remove this nut. So it's the first major issue, and I'm missing a piece right over here. There's also some pretty prominent rust right here on top of the clutch bell. I mean, that is just not what you want to see. There is a lot of rust on this thing. Look at that, guys. Man. The driveline itself seems to be fine. It's pretty smooth and solid. Here are those sway bars. You have them front and rear. The shocks are perfect. They're threaded body shocks. They seem to be extremely well dampened too. Both the front and rear is really well dampened. Let's measure the length of the chassis itself. It's supposed to be bigger than the HPI Baja style, so I'm going to start right here from the rear air diffuser. Let me go to the front of the bumper. Wow, guys. 33¼ inch. So 33¼ inch, this thing is huge. I thought it was only going to be about 32. So from the front bumper to the back, it is 33¼ inch. That is nice. So this thing is actually longer than the HPI Baja. That's one of the main reasons I wanted to go with this rally style body. They tend to always be a little bit bigger than the truck variants of the same exact Rampage chassis. Nice. The body seems to be held really well in place. You have these pretty solid pieces here holding the sides of the body right over here. They're captured on the bumper in the back, and it's also captured on the bumper on the front. So you won't have any kind of weird body slop or flop going around as you're trying to do any jumps, if that's what you're into. One of the benefits of the Rally version is it's honestly one of the lighter versions of the Rampage lineup. This is only about 20 pounds. Now that is an advantage because, you know, the 30cc motor could easily pull high gearing. So it's going to be interesting to see whether I can get this thing up to 50 miles an hour. Let's take a look inside the radio box. I already removed 4 of the screws that were in here. Now this is probably the worst design I have ever seen. One of the screws that goes into this position right over here, it's completely obstructed by the air filter. Do you see the angle that my Allen key is on right now? So I'm going to leave this screw out. The rest are fairly well accessible, so there's no issue. Let's remove this giant, you know, receiver box. You have this basic small receiver, which is normal. I'm going to plug in our battery after it's charged right over here. The shock towers are metal, they are aluminum, but they chose a really weird design. If you look from the back, they look completely plastic. This is just a plastic liner. As you could tell on the other side, they are aluminum. The same is with the front. You could tell they're encased in this plastic liner, and on the inside you do have actual aluminum. Okay guys, let's close out this video. I didn't cover everything in depth, but I will get around to doing that. There's a lot more issues here, and I guess surprises you could say that I did notice, but we'll talk about them later. I do have a different shirt on. That's because I did some door dashing today. That's right, I signed up doing some door dash. If you guys want to see that video, real lifetime footage of me doing this, whether it's actually worth it and what you actually do. But I'll tell you this, I made enough today in one day to pay for about 20% of this RC. So not bad, you know, only a couple more days of hell, and this thing will be fully paid for. I also plan on running this particular car on a different type of two-stroke oil. Now, I have been using this highly rated Castor 927 on my ROVAN buggy. On this one, I will be using this Klotz Super Technoplate. This is a very highly rated oil, and it has an advantage over this. Not only is this a mix of 20% castor oil, it's a mix of 80% fully synthetic oil. Very highly rated. It is slightly cheaper than this one. I actually paid about the same price for a quart as I paid for a pint of this Castor 927. This one has a slight reddish tint to it, which is really nice because this particular one is the same exact color as the fuel, so when you mix it, you can't even tell what color it is. A lot of people also add dye to the fuel. I don't particularly want to do that. This is already a nice red color, and it smells really good. I already smelled it, actually. It's really nice. Oh, man. Oh. Let's not smell this too much. It's going to be a problem. I'm going to have a lot of interesting stuff coming up. We're going to examine the difference of this oil and this oil. Now, I suspect they're both fantastic, obviously. But you know what? There's a lot of people that are really particular with these oils. They either like this one, or they like this one, or they like some other one. Well, doesn't matter. I'm going to test these two out. And if I get another third fit scale RC, that's right. I'm going to get a third oil to test out. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.